I stepped cautiously into the dilapidated building, the air heavy with history and secrets. The walls seemed to whisper their own tales, and the floorboards creaked under each step, as if urging me to turn back. But I couldn't resist the allure of unraveling its enigma. As I delved deeper, the darkness seemed to envelop me, and I felt an eerie presence watching my every move. It was as if the place itself had a consciousness, luring me further into its maze-like corridors. The first room I entered was filled with dusty remnants of a forgotten past, old chairs, broken picture frames, and torn curtains. But something caught my eye, a journal, abandoned on a dusty desk. Curiosity got the better of me, and I began to read the cryptic writings. The words spoke of madness, of voices that echoed through the halls, and of an unspeakable tragedy that befell those who dared to enter. Unnerved but intrigued, I pressed on, guided by an inexplicable force pulling me deeper into the heart of the building. Each step felt like an eternity as the darkness around me seemed to thicken, suffocating me in its grip. My mind played tricks on me, shadows danced, and distant sounds echoed, heightening my senses to the verge of madness. In the dim light, I glimpsed a flicker of movement, but when I turned to look, there was nothing. My heart pounded in my chest, and sweat trickled down my forehead as a chilling sensation crept up my spine. I tried to convince myself that it was my imagination, but the feeling of being watched persisted. The second floor was even more eerie, as if it held the darkest secrets of the building. As I explored further, I stumbled upon an old photograph. The image depicted a group of people, their faces etched with sorrow and fear. I couldn't help but feel a strange connection to them, as if their pain and anguish seeped through the faded photograph and into my soul. Time seemed to distort in that forsaken place, minutes feeling like hours, and hours like seconds. My mind played tricks on me, distorting reality, and I questioned my sanity. The line between the living and the dead blurred, and I felt a presence beside me, breathing down my neck. A sudden gust of wind slammed a door shut, and I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned around, but there was no one there. Fear clawed at my chest, and I wanted to escape, but an inexplicable force seemed to bind me to the building, preventing me from leaving. As I reached the attic, the final frontier, the air grew colder, and an ominous silence engulfed me. My heart pounded like a relentless drumbeat, and a sense of impending doom settled in my bones. I could almost feel the weight of the past pressing down on me, as if the building itself held its breath, waiting for the tale to unfold. In the dim light, I saw an ethereal figure standing in the shadows. It beckoned to me with outstretched arms, and I felt an irresistible urge to follow. My mind warned me of the danger, but I couldn't resist its allure. The figure led me to a hidden room, filled with ancient symbols and disturbing artifacts. It was as if I had stumbled upon a portal to a realm beyond our comprehension. Suddenly, the figure turned to face me, its eyes hollow and soulless. The horror of the moment paralyzed me, and I knew that I had trespassed into a realm not meant for the living. Panic consumed me, and I felt an overwhelming need to escape. In a blind rush, I raced back through the maze-like corridors, the building seeming to shift and change around me. The walls seemed to close in, and the air grew heavy with malevolence. But I pushed forward, fueled by fear and desperation. Finally, I burst through the front door, gasping for breath. The sunlight blinded me, and I stumbled onto the overgrown path, leaving the building and its haunting secrets behind. As I looked back one last time, I could swear that the building was breathing, as if it was alive with the stories of the past. From that day on, I never spoke of what I experienced in that abandoned building. The memories haunted me, invading my dreams and waking hours alike. The psychological grip it had on me was relentless, a constant reminder of the thin line between reality and madness. And to this day, I wonder if the building still stands, waiting for its next victim to step into its sinister embrace.